Last time when we were talking about the Warsaw mermaids, I forgot to tell you about one. This is why the video is somehow a supplement of the previous one with a little surprise by the end of it. And the mermaid I forgot about doesn't exist anymore. What is right now is a copy that's not publicly available as the ones I've showed you in the last video. But it's a very, very special mermaid. The mermaid was sketched by no one else but Pablo Picasso during his visit to Warsaw in 1948. He traveled to Poland to take part in the World Congress of Intellectuals in Defense of Peace that was taking part in Wrocław. To get to Wrocław, he traveled to Warsaw first. He intended to stay for about 3 days. He stayed for entire 2 weeks sightseeing. Mostly he could see Wilanów Palace, the old town in ruin, the ruins of the royal castle, and also different things that were under reconstruction or under construction at that time. He stayed in a hotel Bristol, in a Bristol Hotel, which is the most famous Polish hotel, Warsaw Hotel. Queen Elizabeth II stayed here among the others. Madame Curie, which was Polish, if you remember. Her full name is Maria Skłodowska-Curie, and she was born about 200 meters from the Barbican in the old town. But back to Picasso, he also had friends in Warsaw. He visited them many, many times. The friends were the Warsaw architects, Helena and Szymon Syrkus, and they took him to the different places in Warsaw, also to the district called Wola, where the new blocks of flats were being constructed at the time. The new blocks were constructed from the material that were the rubbles from the devastated Warsaw. Picasso definitely appreciated the whole concept, appreciated well, we can say that that was some kind of recycling for him. And he entered one of the new flats being under construction at the time, a very, very small flat, one-bedroom flat, and he sketched a mermaid. He used the charcoal. The mermaid was quite unusual because instead of a saber, she was holding a hammer. A hammer as a symbol of reconstruction of new buildings, the new reality being created, and it stayed there. He had no idea whose flat it will be. He had no idea where people will be living there. He just sketched the mermaid. People that came to live there, there were newlyweds, young couple that was receiving a lot of visits because of this mermaid. Whole trips, school trips, very important individuals from the government, important people, famous people, they all came to see the mermaid sketched by Picasso. After 5 years, they were so done that they painted over. No more Mermaid by Picasso. The only remaining evidences of that mermaid are, of course, photos and the stories of people that painted it before, that painted over, that visited it before. So that's the fate of the Warsaw mermaid by Picasso. Though recently, last year, a new owner of the flat wanted to have the reproduction of the mermaid, a copy, so the copy was made by the two artists. There is also a copy of that mermaid painted on the wall of the house where Picasso's friend used to live in Saska Kępa district. You can see that mermaid on the wall. So that's the story of another Warsaw mermaid that I forgot before. And now I wanted to show you Old Town as it looks right now during the COVID times. I went there yesterday. I took some photos. I I recorded a little vid for you, but on a different subject, a very unusual subject, I think. So there it goes. Don't mind the quality, because it was windy. It's always windy. It's always windy in the castle square. So enjoy. Hello. It will be a short video telling you how empty the old town is. Just take a look. It's almost no one. 2 people, 3 people walking. No one else. And May was always one of the busiest months when it came to tourists. It's completely different.